It's okay. We can kind of change this up a little bit. Hey, Jeff Jackson, Raymond Williams, how's it going tonight, fellas? Let me see if I can get a little bit better angle with this thing here, because it like instantly made me really dark. How is that? That looks better. That looks excellent. Now, if this thing will work with me here, so I can monitor my stream and see the chat a lot easier. Hey, no worries, Jeff. I'm gonna pretty much get this like up and rolling, and then we're gonna do the giveaways like right in the beginning. Like here in like within the first 5 to 10 minutes, we're gonna do the giveaway results. So that way people can come in and see the giveaway results, and then if they don't want to stick around for the live stream, they can move on. Looks good, looks good. All right, gentlemen. So how is everybody doing this evening? Now that I got everything up and rolling, I can see what's going on. This is a nice evening tonight. I don't have the fire going yet. I made a wood stove out of an air compressor tank. So I took it outside yesterday and I fired it up and let it burn real hot. Like I loaded that thing up with logs and I let it burn real hot to cook the paint and grease off. And then today I took a degreaser and cleaned the whole tank up and put my chimney together, and it's an awesome little stove. This thing is really cool. And now I have heat in the shop. Oh. Good evening, Rich Crabtree. Gentleman is a loose term these days. Oh. So how are you doing, Rich? Caribou Country, what's up, brother? Oh, man. Everybody's doing good. I'm freezing right now out in the shop. I'm going to do the giveaway results, and then we'll get this thing fired up, and we'll sit out here for a little bit. Hey, Rebecca, how are you doing this evening? Good to see you in here. Oh. So we ended up with like 19 entries for the Holtzman Gorilla survival cards. And my dumbass left them in the house. I didn't even bring one out here with me. So I could be like, hey guys, this is what you're winning. But that's okay. You saw the review video, so this is what you're looking for, right? It is cold in this garage right now. So I went real fancy with notebook paper. I have your list of names on notebook paper right here. Okay, I think that's just my laptop messing up on me. And then I have everybody's numbers in a hat. And I'm going to draw 2 names for 2 winners for the 2 Holtzman Gorilla survival cards. Rich, we'll get into my wood burner here in a little bit. It's really cool though. I made it and I'm pretty proud of it, and It's not necessarily all finished. I still have to finish my door and then attach the door, and I need to make a bottom draft for it. Okay, anyways, so all the numbers in the hat, all the names on the list. We're going to do 2 names out of the hat for 2 winners of these survival cards. All of my contact information is always in the description of damn near every video that we put out. So if you're a winner, go down below and you can find my links to my Facebook, link to my Instagram, and a link to my email. Contact me on one of those 3 fronts and I will get your Holtzman Gorilla Survival card mailed out to you probably here in like the next 3 or 4 days. That's about when I go into town, is about every Wednesday, Thursday. Hi, Tina. How are you doing? All right, so we're going to get right into the giveaway winnings so that if anybody doesn't want to stick around for the live stream after, or people coming in to see the video and they don't want to skip through an hour of content to find out what their results was. And on that note, I will pin the winners in the top comment after the stream is over. Hey, Mike Cole, how's it going? All right, guys, let's get into this. So Sarah and Deegan did my numbers on these little cards. So we'll have to thank Sarah and Deegan. That's not me drawing one out, that's me showing you guys. Sarah cut all of the paper and Deegan wrote the numbers on in his little crayons. So, okay, here we go. Who is the first winner? Our first winner for one of the Holtzman Gorilla Survival cards is... Okay, that's a number... I think that's supposed to be a 12, because that's definitely not a 6. Can you guys see this? Number 12 is Corn-Fed Experience. So Corn-Fed Experience, go down in the description of the video. When you see this, find my email, my Facebook, my Instagram, contact me one of those ways. I will verify that it is you, so nobody's going to be able to fake this, guys. And then we'll send this out. And now for winner number 2. Who wins the second Holtzman Gorilla Survival card? I knew that wasn't a number 6. It had to be a number 2 because here's number 16. Number 16 is Margaret Nelson Earhart. So, Margaret, when you see this, dear, contact me through my email, my Facebook, or my Instagram, and we'll get those sent out to you guys here in like the next couple days. Now, if it just so happens that one of the winners don't contact me here in the next... I'll give them 2 weeks to claim it. If they don't claim it here in the next 2 weeks, then we'll do another live drawing and see who else wins, because I keep stuff like this. All right. So, Corn-Fed Experience and Margaret Nelson Earhart. You guys are the winners for the Holtzman Gorilla Survival cards. Make sure you contact me. Thanks for the support on the channel. And thanks for getting involved in the giveaway. So, we can hang out now, guys. What do we want to do? First thing I want to do is get this stove going, because it's cold in here. All right, Jeff. We'll be here for a while, man. We'll have to wait and see when Sarah... Well, Deegan goes to bed at 8:30, so... We'll have to see if I have to shut the stream down and go take Deegan to bed, or if Sarah's going to do it for us. Nope, Caribou wasn't going to win. I rigged it so I wouldn't have to send it to Canada. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. So, Rich asked about my little wood stove. I still have to make the door for it. My door is going to have the main damper or like draft. I made this out of a 20-gallon air compressor tank, or it might have been a 30-gallon. 20 or 30-gallon air compressor tank I bought for $30 because I needed the electric motor off of it. So I cut the chimney out of it, and then I cut a 6-inch by 7-inch door in the front so that I'll still be able to get a decent sized log in there. And yeah, so I finished cutting the holes out yesterday, and I took it outside in the yard, and I stuffed it full of logs, and I got this thing like rip roaring. I had a 3-foot flame shooting out the top of it. I should have streamed making this thing, or at least did a video, and I didn't. But I wanted to cook the old paint off of it instead of going through the entire headache with a wire wheel and brush and trying to get into everywhere. It was a lot easier to just get this thing burned until the entire can was red hot. So yeah, that was what I did with it yesterday. And today I got my chimney screwed together. I got my chimney pieces cut to length. And yeah, it's all mounted up and ready to go. And we're going to light it up here in a few minutes. After 5 outdoors, how's it going, Cody? Doing a little cold right now. I'm anxious to get this wood stove going. Oh, so how is everybody doing? We got After 5, we got Raymond Williams, we got Tina Ladybug, we got Caribou Country Outdoors, there's Mike Cole, we got Rebecca. Jeff Jackson said he'll be back later. We got a good little crowd tonight. Oh, man. Jay in the Sticks, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. You out on the boat, or are you at home for a change? Oh, man. It is pretty chilly in this shop, so I'm going to get this stove going. I will try to be as interactive as I can with you guys, but you know how it is, start the fire. You got to have your focus somewhere. Tell you what, we'll just move you over here. How's that sound? This is what we can do. Here, check my little stove out, guys. This thing is awesome. Now, this is like old white. This is not like live anymore. It stained this way when I was burning the stuff off of it yesterday. I did take some precautions. I don't want to be like baking paint can or old paint fumes in my garage while I'm in here. That just doesn't sound like a really good, healthy idea. So it was easier to cook this thing to red hot instead of sit there with a wire brush and go through the whole thing. All right, Troy. Whatever, man. Too cool for us anyways. That's how them Canadians are. Chubby blocks work great for this. And I found out that you can split those chubby blocks up into like, I think I got 9 little pieces of tinder, like tinder and kindling sticks out of them. They worked out really well. Hey, Tom Ritter. How are you doing, man? Good to see you. I did throw a whole stack of kindling in here before the stream. I did get that done. My air compressor tank wood stove, guys. This thing is going to be... This is awesome. I have waited for 5 years to be able to put heat in this shop. Hockey's cool. I'm not big on football once they started taking politics to the field, and that's not what it was supposed to be there for, in my opinion. This is pretty much a hangout from here on out, guys, so I don't have any particular topics in mind or anything like that. We're just going to hang out. That's the whole point. Hang out and watch and see if I burn my garage down or not. Yeah. And it drafts great. It doesn't really, like, once you light it, you got to give it that initial push of air. But after you get that initial draft, it just starts to suck right through. And without the door, it takes off like a rocket stove. Fire is good. Fire is what keeps us warm out here so we can hang out tonight. MNK Outdoors, how's it going, man? Trying to get this wood stove going. Well, not trying, it's burning. It is definitely burning. How is everybody doing tonight, guys? We got 12 people in here watching. That's awesome. Yes, it is starting to crackle. All right, we'll let that sit there and take off a little bit. Oh, I want to put a wood stove in our living room. I think a wood stove in the living room would be really nice. But I'd want one of the ones with like the glass front so you can see the fire through the door. That'd be awesome. Yeah, guys, come in, smash that thumbs up, tell your friends to come hang out, share the link out, you know. me see if I can get a little bit better angle here. That's better. That's not so bad. Oh, no worries, Steve. It's cool, man. I actually saw that pop up, and I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. I'm about to go live. I got to miss that. It's cool, man. Let's pack ourselves up a pipe. Get into kick it mode. Actually, I think I need to clean my pipe out here. What pocket did I put that in? There we go. Multi-tools. They're good for everything, man. No, that's cool. I had no real idea that I was even going to go live tonight. I just really didn't do a whole lot today, so it just kind of seemed like a good idea. Bring everybody along for this first burn in the garage with the new stove, and I did the giveaway winnings in the first part. All right, Troy, we'll be here for a little while, man. Tina, the family just bought an off-grid cabin up in Maine. The only way it has power is with generator, and it has, I believe it has a fireplace, and I know it has at least one wood stove in the main cabin, and I think that there's a second cabin too. I'm not real sure. We'd have to ask Mom. Yeah. Can I just have a little bit of a spoiler alert? If HB is okay, man, share a link to that video so anybody who's here wants to see it can go check it out. No, Tom, you didn't win. Sorry, buddy, you didn't win. I really need to get through this bag of tobacco, guys, because it's getting a little crunchy. I did find out the other day it was my fault that it wasn't like staying lit. I had it packed too tight. Almost ready to be able to go live. That's awesome, Rebecca. All right, where did I put my matches? Under my ass. It's cool, Rich. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little the tempered glass now isn't as cheap as brittle as it used to be. So there you go, guys. Go check that link out because Huntsman there works with a live herd of a herd of whitetail. Okay, he works with them almost like human to deer contact. It is some really cool stuff what he does with that. Hike with Mike, how's it going? And recently he found somebody that was poaching deer in his woods, and yeah, I missed the premiere, but that's supposed to be maybe finding out what happened. You'll have to go find out. How's it going, Hike with Mike? Yeah, as soon as I shut the live down and get the kid put to bed tonight, I'll check that video out, man. Rebecca's going to start going live with StreamYard, huh? I like Streamlabs. Streamlabs works for my purpose. Now me and Caribou Country are going to have a very special event coming up after their baby is born. We're going to do like a panel stream is all I'm going to let you guys in on. We're going to do a panel stream together. From across the country and across the border. And I think we're going to use StreamYard for that. Doing okay? Too busy to get into the swamp this weekend. Well, that sucks, man. Well, Tom, you guys didn't corrupt my morals. StreamYard and Streamlabs are just two totally different ways of streaming, Rebecca. It's two whole different programs. So, Tom, anytime I would go out hiking or go camping or even go out like catfishing overnight, I would always take a pack of Swisher Sweet cigars. I love Swisher Sweet cigars. And the smell just takes me back to my stepdad's garage because he used to smoke Swishers. So no, I used to smoke Swishers, and I would even out like doing my videos up to when I got the pipe, I was taking Swishers in my pack. I just wasn't putting them up on the videos. Smoking pipe? Absolutely not. This is all because it's actually the tunnel take. Greg over at the tunnel take is the one that kind of piqued my curiosity. Wildman 307, how you doing, buddy? Doing pretty good tonight. Getting the wood burner nice and toasty and hanging out with you guys. Speaking of that, I need to get this thing loaded up a little bit more, huh? Tell you what, we'll go ahead and throw a log in here. That's good for now. Oh. This has definitely been one of my better ideas for a project, is this wood stove. Rebecca, one better than the other, I guess, comes really down to like personal preference. They stream different. Like StreamYard, you send through, you stream like through their website, I think. And Streamlabs, like I use, is an app on my phone and an app on the computer. And it's a little bit more technical. When you're just starting out, you'd probably be better off using StreamYard. I don't think there's near as much settings to mess with. You guys just cut a bunch of wood? I need to go out now and get a good stock of firewood built up for the shop so that we can keep doing stuff like this. And so that I can actually start heating my shop on a regular basis. Which is going to be awesome because now while it's cold, I can actually still come out here and work, and I can get my Etsy shop back up and going, and I can start selling my wood crafts off, and you know, I can actually start being a work from home dad again, other than a YouTube from home dad, which has just not been very appeasing to me. In the aspect of money, like I have to make a living. And YouTube is fun. It's not a living. You know what I mean? No problem, Rebecca. I'll help any way I can, dear. I don't know very much, but I'll let you guys in on what I do know. To a point. I'm going to keep some secrets for myself. Sarah, Deegan, and Archer are doing very well. Archer has had a challenging last couple of days. But they're doing good. Okay, guys, so one of the things I did want to talk about tonight was the barn project. Because originally we were going to be bringing in we were going to take 3 years to build our barn. Okay, and we were going to do it in sections and basically do the middle of the barn 1 year, the main body of it, and then do one wing the next year and the other wing the third year. Well, in designing the barn and in looking into shipping containers and the cost of having one delivered out here, and then it's the ultimate factor for the shipping container being its longevity. How long is it going to last? And the truth to that is, no matter what I do to it, if I truck bed line the inside of it, if I take all kind of preventative measures, the truth is, at some point, the bottom of that container is going to rust out because my whole idea was to put animals in the barn. And that's what you do with your barn. You put animals in there. You know, I was going to put my chicken house in there and the duck house in there and then start raising rabbits in the next year or two. So they're going to be in the barn. And the more I thought about it, it's just going to rust out. And then it's come down to the 3 companies that I talked to looking for quotes to have one delivered. It was coming out between $2,900 and $3,200 for a 40-foot shipping container to be delivered out here. And that is also at this very moment. That is not in 6 to 8 weeks when prices are going to be going up, because the demand is going up and prices are already starting to climb on containers in my area. So what I did was I ultimately looked at my mom's boyfriend's barn. Yes, Archer is starting to smile more and more now, and he's making his little coo sounds, and it's really cool. This is like, and he's starting to fuss less. So he's turning in from that like scream his head off newborn into a fun baby. We have this little thing, and nobody else can get the reaction that I do so far, and Sarah and my mother-in-law have both tried it. So what I do is I get him on the couch, and I get his little arms up, And I go, you want to lift the beans? And he gets this huge smile on his face. And I start to lift him up. Now, I can't lift him all the way because he's, you know, his neck muscles still aren't there. And if you lift him up all the way, it can hurt his neck. So I don't lift him so his head comes off the couch. But I lift him up and then I start blowing on his chin. And he sounds like he's got this cutest little fat guy laugh. And he just goes, but it is adorable. And you just pick him up and go, lift your beans. And he goes, it's so funny. It's so cute. So with the barn, I looked at my mom's boyfriend's barn, and he has 8 horse stalls in there. And I said, you know what? It would be nice to have the space of maybe 3 or 4 stalls and be able to put my tractor in the barn. So I could basically take his barn and cut it in a third widthwise and go for about the same length. His barn is 30 feet. It's 30 by 40 is how his barn works out. So we're going to start with a 12 by 24 pole structure that I'm custom building. I'm not doing a shed with a wooden floor. I'm actually, like, this is going to be the first wing of our barn build. So it's going to be directly on the ground. But we are talking about possibly going around here and picking up some of the rock piles that have been created from them, like over the years, collecting the rocks out of the field. That's what you do as a farmer. So all right, Tom, have a good night, brother. We want to do like the bottom foot of the barn, I think, in stonework, which what I'll end up doing is I'll have to dig down about 10 to 12 inches so that it is, because something that heavy is going to have to be somewhat of a footer. I'll dig down to about 10 to 12 inches, and then I'll have to make a concrete form. And we'll start layering rocks in, and as we layer rocks in, we'll pour the concrete over top of them and just keep going in layers until the whole form is full. And then when we pull the form away, we'll have a concrete wall with rocks through it. Hey, Mom, how's it going? How are you guys this evening? Mike Turner, how's it going, man? So, hey, Mom, I have a wood burner in my garage now. Even though I'm not supposed to at the moment. I wasn't supposed to do this until we technically owned the place, and I got tired of waiting. So how is it Mike Turner doing this evening? Yeah, I got a fire going. It's nice and warm right here by the stove. Once you get away from the stove, it's not as nice. It's definitely cold in here. Yep. Fish and mussels cheesy pie. That kind of sounds intriguing, but I like seafood. So yeah, guys, here in the next 6 to 8 weeks, I'm going to be starting our barn. The first part of it, the way I'm building this is so that it can easily be added onto over the next 3 years. We're still going to take 3 years and do a section of the barn every 3. But the way that I'm doing it right now is the section that we're going to build is going to end up being able to be fully enclosed so that it can be a fully enclosed barn. But we want to, this first section is going to end up being like one of the wings of the barn. Mike, the family's doing, oh, excuse me, guys. Family's doing good. Baby's growing great. He's really fat and happy. Oh, you guys went ice skating over at Jeff's? That's cool. I got some of the kids, I'm 33 years old this year. Some of the guys I went to school with trying to talk me into going ice fishing, and I've just not sucked up to doing it yet. Well, that's cool. I don't know if I could stand on ice skates. That might be something to see. Guys, I'm probably going to have to go try ice skating now just to see what that would end up looking like and how many falls I could catch on video, because there's no way I'd go try ice skating and not video that. That would be awesome. Oh, it's like this half of me towards the fire is nice and warm, and then over here it's just bitter. We got this polar vortex going on around here too. My nephews were sliding around out there. Which ones? Which ones did you have? Right, and Rebel. Why would I want roosters for coyote bait when you can eat them? No, Mom, eat your roosters. I'll take their guts for the coyote bait. That's going to be something coming up this week too, guys, is we're going to be live coyote snaring out at Mom's place at some point. I'm thinking probably Tuesday or Wednesday we'll be out there. And since it's on Mom's little mini farm homestead thing out there, I figured we might as well call it a live stream. Why not? Oh. So I think my best bet with this is going to be to get like one of the little fan. I need to get a little window fan or some kind of fan and put it back here in the corner, point it at the burner so that it blows that hot air through the shop, and it would help heat in here a whole lot faster. Then kill your roosters and eat them. See, that's funny that yours are so aggressive, and Jack is like a pretty tame rooster. He just stays away from us. Hey, Judith and Dan. How are you guys doing? Slowfaller, what's up, man? How are you this evening? We got all kind of people coming to the party now. We're just hanging out. Yeah, you definitely need to eat them, Mom. Just eat the roosters. That's another thing we for this week's live stream. The Homestead live streams are going to be Wednesdays, so keep that in mind, guys. Homestead live streams Wednesdays, they start 9 o'clock in the morning, and between 9 and 9:30 Wednesday mornings is when we're going to start doing them. This week I do have to butcher my mallard ducks. I put it off entirely too long, and then we need to butcher some of the chickens. So it's time for some of our chickens to go. We don't need as many birds as we have. So we're going to be doing that this week. I'm not going to be killing the birds on stream, but I will be processing them and showing you guys, you know, what I do to the ducks and what I do to the chickens to get them from butchered into the freezer. Butchering is easy enough as cutting their heads off. That's just how I do it. It's fairly straightforward. Yeah, I was kind of thinking cheap dollar store fan would work perfect. Hey, JV, how's it going, man? Last night's stream was pretty fun, dude. That was kind of, I've never been on something like that. That was pretty cool. So JV had this stream going last night where you like put your name on, or put your channel on this wheel, and they spin the wheel, and then he goes and watches one of your videos. It was pretty cool. So how is JV this morning? It's definitely not morning. Man, the only thing that's missing right now would be a good glass of whiskey, and I have no bottle. I am all out of whiskey. I drank all of my alcohol the night before my son was born. Just got done cleaning your house. Did you put on a maid's outfit too? Come on, man. You got to start live streaming that. Can you guys see JV cleaning his house in a maid's outfit? Smoke break? Hey, perfect time for a smoke break, bro. Yeah, I definitely need to get through this bag of Captain Black's tobacco, because this Borkum Rift tobacco, it's starting to get a little harsh on the ends, and it's like when you're packing the bowl, it sounds brittle now. So it's starting to dry out. You know, I have a humid stone. I guess I could soak the humid stone and put it in there. It should be bring it back to female Vikings outfit. There you go, man. Start streaming that. OnlyFans JV. Who would pay for JV's OnlyFans? That's messed up, right? Oh. This little stove is cranking some heat out right now. I do need to get the door on it before I put a fan beside it to start pushing the air, though, because next thing you know is it end up forcing the air through, and then the stove burns 5 times hotter than it's supposed to. And yeah, Rebecca, you'll have to let us know if it works or not. One of my favorite things every year for my birthday that Mom makes me is a seafood lasagna. And it's got like crab meat and scallops and shrimp and your regular lasagna stuff and white sauce. It is amazing. Oh, I did end up getting Mom's recipe for chocolate bread, guys. So Wednesday for the Homestead live stream, I will have the cornbread, or not cornbread, the chocolate bread recipe in the comments for everybody to get their hands on. Or not in the comments, in the description. And then anybody who wants the chocolate bread recipe to try out, it'll be right there for you. Salmon and catfish. I like catfish. It's got to be out of clean water, though. If it's catfish out of muddy water, it always tastes muddy. Catfish out of clean water is where it's at. The best catfish I've ever ate was out of Lake Erie. And then actually, and it wasn't because I was hungry because of lacking calories either. It was because the water down there is really high quality and it's clean. Down at Timber Ridge, where I did the anniversary series at, the catfish I was catching out of that lake were just, oh, it was amazing catfish. Real clean meat, real just mild flavored fish. It was really good stuff. Your daughter stole the wig. That's funny. Oh. You almost think I threw firecrackers in there or something. -25 Celsius. You guys are crazy. That sucks, man. Have a good one, dude. Sarah's not in here for me to ask about Deacon going to bed, so I'll probably have to shut this down by 8:30 and go take the kid to bed myself. Which is okay. If we leave this as a shorter stream, that's fine. Like I said, I'll be live probably Tuesday out trapping coyotes at Mom's. And then we'll be live streaming Wednesday. I'm kind of looking to see if, like, I'm making sure that there's no fumes coming off of this thing and collecting around the lights in the garage. Because it is a little bit darker in here. I'm not going to see it smoking like it would if it was outside. But I'm pretty sure yesterday when I got this thing that the whole can was red hot. It's definitely going to be enough to cook the paints off of it. I think I might be smelling the pipes get hot. Probably what I'm smelling is the new chimney pipe getting hot. The chimney pipe's never been burned in. Oh. Yeah, see you again in 5, Troy. But yeah, so I'm going to be building our barn. I have to dig all of the post holes by hand because I don't have a power auger, and I don't think that we have one for the tractors. The only thing we have for the tractor is a fence post pounder, and it's not going to work the same for a 12-foot long 4x4. 12 by 24, we're going to have a run-in for the horse. We're going to have an 8-foot door open up to be able to get the tractor in there. The chicken coop is going to be in. The duck house is going to be probably off to the side of it. You need a smoke break too? I'll probably go for about another 5-10 minutes, and we'll end up shutting this down. Like I said, I do have to put the kid to bed tonight. Hey, thanks for sharing this out, JV. That was pretty cool. Yeah, your stream last night was a lot of fun, man. Yeah, I did end up having to dip out before it was over, but dad life, you know how it is. Frontier Survival, how are you doing, Heath? Good to see you this evening, man. We're kind of winding down now. I'm probably going to shut this down a little bit, I keep stumbling over my words. I'm tired today, guys. I at least have to come out to the garage for my smokes because can't smoke in the house with the kids. I mean, that's just bad for them. And I only smoke my pipe in the evening. I'll probably smoke my pipe in the mornings when it's warm enough to sit out on the porch with my coffee. But right now I wake up at night, or I wake up in the morning, get my coffee, and go take care of a 2-month-old. Just dropping by? Well, that's okay. That's probably going to go till about 8:10. Close it down. Giveaway winnings are in the beginning, even though Frontier, spoiler alert, you didn't win. Corn-fed Experience and Margaret won. See, there you go. No kids there, man. You got it easy. Oh. So yeah, guys, my little wood stove out of an air compressor. This has been like one of my best ideas ever. I now have heat in the shop. We can sit out here and have wood stove discussions. Maybe we'll do that like a once a month thing. Come out here and talk by the wood stove with Dad. Like a once a month random hangout by the shop, in the shop. Yeah, I think that sounds like a cool idea. Like the first Sunday of every month. What do you guys think? Do this once a month. Once a month, come out, sit by the wood stove, have a general discussion. I did see you won Greg's giveaway, man. That was awesome. Congrats. I have a couple giveaways coming up to the channel, guys, because I have a lot of camping gear, and some of it that is just sitting around collecting dust, and I don't like to hoard things. I don't like to keep stuff around that I don't use. So we've got a couple giveaways coming around here real soon. I've kind of been thinking about actually giving this knife away because I don't really carry it a whole lot. And I'm just not I'm not a Damascus steel fan. And it's the Damascus steel. So I thought about doing this knife for a giveaway. What do you guys think? Should I? Or should I hold on to it? Because it's a little bit of a brotherhood thing between me and Huntsman. We both have this knife. And that's one of the things that makes me want to keep it, is because me and Huntsman both have this knife. My only complaint is I just wish it was the steel should be harder. It's a very soft steeled knife. Like it's supposed to be 1095 carbon steel and something else. So, you know, it should strike a spark off of a flint. And it doesn't. The flint dents the spine of the knife. So it's really soft, almost like pot steel is what it feels like. But it's not a bad knife. I'm just not, I don't know. It's almost just the way it feels in your hand, and we'll see. We'll see. Send you all the knives I don't want. Well, maybe we will do it in a giveaway then, guys. I do have a review on this knife on my channel, and it performs and it does its tasks as a knife should work. You know, it held through the testing okay. It retains an edge fairly well. It's not a paper cutter. Even when you get the edge honed on this thing, it doesn't like to cut through paper very well. You can get it shaving sharp, but the edge doesn't last all that long. I'll think about it and get back to you. Hold on to it. We'll see. I've been carrying it more and more when I'm like out kind of around the homestead doing things. And I've been doing that more because it's a cheap, it wasn't a cheap knife, it was a $50 knife. But it's my least favorable. So if I like beat it up or something like that, then it's whatever. Sentimental value. It's a knife. I would say that I have an attachment to 3 of my knives in there. My Uncle Henry Stagalon. And that's because that was the first sheath knife that I bought when I got back into the woods for running my trap line. And then I'd say that I hold an attachment for my Holtzman Gorilla Silverback knife. I feel that that's the first high dollar knife that I spent, and it's D2 steel. That blade is just tough. I have pounded on that knife and put it through steel, and it holds its edge amazingly, but that D2 steel is like machining grade tough. Turn the fire up. Well, I gotta let it die down because I'm gonna have to go put Deegan to bed, and I don't have a door, so I don't want to walk away from this while it's still got flames going. Or else I would. I'd probably load it up again, but I'm going to have to go put the kid in bed here soon. My other knife is probably my little, my old-timer Skinner knife. And again, it was another one of my knives that I bought when I first got back into the woods. And it's just a little thing. It's probably only that long. Got a 2.5-inch blade. Little skinning knife. But I skinned my first 3 years worth of trapline pelts with that one before I went out and bought a Weeby Skinner knife. And that Weeby Skinner is just a whole other level of skinning knife. That thing is amazing. $350 beaver knife. That's crazy. I could see dumping about $250 into a blade, but that's pushing it. That's really pushing it for me. I spent $100 on my Holtzman silverback knife. M3, late to the show? That's okay. We did some giveaway drawings, and now we're just letting the wood stove burn down because I'm going to have to go put my kid in bed here soon. How is M3 this evening? Judith, what is that beaver knife? Is that like one of the NKAR knives or NKAR brand? Or is it something else? Even with this thing is like really starting to burn down fast. It's only got 2 good logs left in it. And it's still cranking the heat out. Good. Glad to see everybody's doing good this evening. I haven't seen too many people come in with complaints yet, which is always nice. It's nice to see when your community is happy, you know what I mean? I don't like seeing people down, even though we have down days, it happens. Got a swing blaze knife for Christmas? That's cool. Oh, you're Mike on the Facebook. I got you. Okay, man. Thanks for coming and hanging out on the live stream. I tell you what, guys, I will pack up one more pipe. We'll smoke one more pipe and wind things down. And then I'll go in and put the kids to bed. So, channel plans for the week. The live stream will happen Wednesday. I'll start at either 9 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. and we'll stream for as long as possible. Actually, I tell you guys what, we'll do an afternoon. We'll start at noon for the live stream on Wednesday, so that way we can stream later into the evening, and we can get more of the family in on the stream instead of just me and Archer. Excuse me. We'll actually be able to get me, Archer, Sarah, and Deegan in. I think that sounds like a good plan. So Wednesday's live stream this week will start at noon. And then, man, I'm really trying to get away. Guys, it's hard for me to get out right now. And I know that y'all understand that because, you know, we just had a new baby. But so it's hard for me to get out right now. You know, I'm not. I've had 2 opportunities now where I could have packed up and went camping, but the fact is, by the time Sarah got home on those Saturdays, I was just so mentally worn out that I'd be going out into the woods and stressing the whole time. Because those are days that archer's not so easy to deal with. So I get out there and I'm just going to worry, okay, how is Sarah handling it at home? Like, is she stressing like I did through the day? Is she handling him all right? I'd just be out there stressed out. And that's not what I go to the woods for. I go out there to get my peace. So I can't go out there with a predisposition of I'm not having a good time. It's easier for me to come out in the garage on those days and work on something or build something or create something. And by the time I get to that point, I want my peace and quiet. I don't want a camera. I don't want to have to talk to the camera. So lately, it's hard for me to really get anything out other than review videos. And I've got probably 2 more review videos to come out this week. So we'll have at least 1 more review video this week. We'll have the live stream on Wednesday. The review probably won't come out until Friday. And it's sorry about that. It's going to be another Holtzman review, even though that is not going to be a sponsored video. I bought one of his neck knives, and I figured, hey, throw a review out on it. Northern Girl Hobbies, how are you doing this evening, dear? Good to see you. Beaver skinning knife holds a surgical edge. Okay. Yep, guys, I am smoking my last pipe with you for the evening, and then I am going to head in the house because here in about 15 minutes, I got to put the kid to bed. So we got about 5 more minutes left on the stream. Just in from visiting the folks. That's always nice, isn't it? So we did the giveaway drawing, and I tested out my new wood stove, and it's doing really well. It takes off like a rocket stove, though, without having a door on it. I turned a 30-gallon air compressor into a wood stove. Did I show a knife? I did show a knife a little bit ago. Just the one that I'm carrying around today. But this wasn't like the giveaway or nothing. This is a Fire and Ice Outdoors camp knife, Damascus steel. It's an alright blade. I've been carrying it around because it's kind of a beat it up knife. If I dent the blade or whatever, then it's not like I'm really out much. My damn pipe keeps going out on me this evening, guys. Hopefully I get that tobacco from Greg here in the next couple of days. And I don't have such a hard time keeping my pipe lit. Good luck to Rebecca's seafood pie. it's not clogged up. I think my tobacco's going stale. I think that's what the issue is. I'm fairly new to pipe smoking, so I've been working. This is my first bag of tobacco. Like, I decided I was going to get into pipe smoking and give it a shot, and I bought a tobacco and I bought a pipe. And it's been about a month, and I think my tobacco is getting stale, so it's not wanting to stay lit. We're learning. We're learning. Here soon we're going to be carving a pipe, our own pipe out of a walnut burl. I'm waiting for my burl to dry. Once the burl is dry, I'm going to cut a chunk off and start carving. And that will be a live series sitting right here with you guys tagging along. "68-inch plus beavers." No way. Oh, beaver blankets. Okay. Now that I'm reading that right. That's awesome. I'm waiting for Haggard Outdoors to let me know when he's going to get some time off. I'm supposed to be meeting up with Haggard Outdoors for a collab here by the end of the month. He does a lot of water trapping like beaver and muskrat, and I don't. So I'm going to tag along with him kind of as a safety measure so that nothing happens to him, or if something does, I'm there to help. But also because I don't do water trapping, but I want to get a perspective on it. So we're going to be teaming up here before the end of February and possibly doing a weekend or a few days at Timber Ridge. And he's going to try trapping the beaver down there. Oh, my fire is almost burned down. So I need to get me a set of tools for this thing. Like I need to get one of the fire pokers and maybe the set of batons. Nunya, Texas, how's it going, Jake? I only got a few more minutes, guys, and I gotta get ready to shut this down because I gotta go put Deegan in bed in 10 minutes. And my pipe's about almost out anyways. Halftime. So it took you about 15 minutes and you came back. That's all right, man. I'm actually getting ready to shut this down now. I got to go in and put the kid to bed. Yep, I burned through my pipe. All right, guys, I am going to go ahead and shut it down now. I really appreciate everybody coming in. Hey, Jefferson. So I really appreciate everybody coming in. I'm sorry to everybody that's just getting here, but I do have to shut it down and go put the kid in bed now. Winners, if you stuck around this long, make sure you guys contact me one way or the other through the links in the description. I got my Facebook, my email, my Instagram all linked down there so you can get a hold of me. Yeah, and I will see everybody Wednesday for the live stream. I said we're going to start at noon, so we'll start at noon on Wednesday. And possibly Tuesday live streaming out at Mom's house hanging some coyote snares. So that's what's up for this week. You guys all have great evenings and take care. Thanks to everybody for stopping by, supporting the channel all the time. Hey, that's another thing. We did break 750 subscribers the other day, and then last night we broke 760. So that's awesome, guys. I really appreciate everybody supporting all of this. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. As always,